It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon, and we are underway from Arrowhead. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Fight on these two.
And Mahomes going to put it up right away. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Mahomes going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Trying for it with Pirine.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
43, 15.
Option here, they'll give to Pirine.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
They went for the deep shot early, and that's fine, but I don't think it was the right target to throw it to. You had 3 other guys sprinting downfield, and I thought 2 of them were open. Could have avoided an interception there by attacking a different player in coverage.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield being chased out left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Hey, alert.
Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
Baker going to give it to Irving.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
To throw, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Hurry.
Throwing, Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Straight ahead, it's Irving.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Good.
Here's Mayfield. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Mahomes now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, 57, 57. 15.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Yellow.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
43, 15. Attack.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And here he'll they'll get it down to the 7. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. To throw, it's Mahomes. Setting up the screen to Pirine. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday. Hey, ribble it. Hey, 57 colors.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Now Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Mayfield to throw it. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. Now Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Hey, alert. Regular. Done.
Mayfield down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
King. Alert. Real. Point it right.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. And this one is right through. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hey, on 133.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Look at Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense his past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is indeed good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Attack, attack! Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday. Attack!
Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Mayfield off the play fake. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Hey, alert 33.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
It's such a cost.